Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Oral Washington rant. Let's go ahead and get into our rant topic today. Today, rant topic is going to be literally a rant topic. It's not going to be like a specific topic in mind, but I just want to just kind of share some things with y'all. First and foremost, we are, approaching the end of the year, or as they say, the end of the year by Gregorian calendar or whatever calendar you want to go by. It really don't matter. But, however, I do want to make mention to if you haven't did it, go ahead and research about the new year. Well, when I did my research about it, I come to realize that the actual New Year ends December the 21st instead of January. You know what I'm saying? What the 31st, wherever it is, whatever. So uh, I now challenge people to go and research about the New Year's and stuff. Also, I do know that there are other cultures that have other New Year's. Like say for example, the Hebrew calendar, that New Year starts in April, and Chinese New Year starts whenever it starts. I forgot, I think July. But I am aware of that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this actual culture here in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. Oh well, whatever. So that's research about that, and I guarantee that you'll find a lot of interesting stuff pertaining to that if you haven't did that already. Now, there have been other things that I said I was going to do. People have been waiting on me to do it, but I just have not did it. It ain't because I'm procrastinating about it. It's because I'm purposely not doing it. The reason why I'm purposely not doing it is because I'm trying to. I honestly wanted to wait to the beginning of the year to put out a lot of stuff. You know, saying that I've been personally researching and studying about. One of which is dealing with religion, which I told people I was going to deal with religion. You know, what I'm saying, which I am. And in actuality, I've been dealing with it, throughout the year. I just throw different stuff out there, in my regular posts and stuff, and just see how people will react to it. Just throw a little post here or a little post there to see how people react to it. But I never really just went into detail about, what I'm talking about and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, so then also even with that, I've just seeing and discover, that it was even some people that'll go come back on my comments and begin to try to debate me about it. You know what I'm saying? But say that I'm the one who's debating, but I'm not. Well, what I'm doing, I'm actually just proving my statement for what I know. You know what I'm saying? Then when I prove it to people, they become offended because they don't have nothing else to prove other than whatever it was that they've been taught or whatever, or being brainwashed. In most cases, people, especially dealing with religion, people only mimic what another person says. In other words, they're programmed like a machine or a robot. Especially dealing with scriptures, Bible scriptures, scriptures from the Quran, Torah, whatever, and stuff like that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They only just repeating what another messenger has said. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just really fully understanding the true message or the true intent behind the original text. You know what I'm saying? And that's what caused so many type of confusion. That's what caused people to debate about the Bible is, and all the other ancient texts and stuff too, because there's so many different opinions out there. So when people, in other words, when people when they come in on my post, that's basically what they're doing. They're not repeating their own opinion. They're repeating the opinion of someone else and stuff, and deeming it as truth. You know what I'm saying? Now let me say this also. I do want to let y'all know that whatever you say and stuff like that, it's cool with me and stuff. I'm not against your quote unquote belief system itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against that. So if you're, say for example, if you consider yourself as a Christian, Muslim, or Buddha, whatever it is that you believe in and stuff, I'm not against that at all, per se. But what I am against is the ideology about it. You know what I'm saying? In other words, what I am against is when you use your belief systems to try to attack an individual, you know what I'm saying, to prove that yours is superior over theirs, saying in actuality, what you're saying is the same exact thing that they're saying, but it just in a different way, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for example, if I tell you a message and I tell you a specific message, right? And you go and tell the other person a specific message. Well, what's going to happen eventually is that the messages is going to get distorted. You know what I'm saying? Um, Somewhere down the line, somebody's not going to say the same exact message. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be distorted in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes distorted in a way. It's still the same message, but it's just been told differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with the ancient texts and stuff, you know, with the Bible, the Torah, Quran, and all the stuff that ancient Chinese texts, Buddhism, all that stuff there, you know what I'm saying? It's telling the same exact story. Even Greek mythology, believe it or not, it's telling the same exact story, but it has been interpreted differently, you know what I'm saying, where people can understand it in that culture, you know what I'm saying? So likewise, that's what I'm against. I'm against the ideology that what's been said within that culture is absolute truth, but it's really not at all. It's just a portion of it. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it's a piece of the puzzle, and it's up to you to go and to fully investigate and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Then you'll discover, like I have, that everything is the same exact thing. It means the same exact way, the same exact thing. It's talking about the same exact thing, but it just put into a puzzle piece that you have to put together. And when you put a puzzle piece together, you can't just rush putting the puzzle together. You have to take your time, make sure each piece fits in the correct spot. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, especially when you do research about different cultures, different religions, and and stuff like that, ideology, you have to make sure each piece fits together where it connects to another piece, where it fits together. You can't force a big piece into a small piece or a small piece into a big piece, you know what I'm saying? They all have to connect together in harmony, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point about the whole aspect of religion. The whole aspect of religion is this one simple concept, and all it is just talking about spirituality, period, about oneself, about you, you know what I'm saying, about you, that your flesh is the temple, and your soul, and there's a spirit as well, mind, body, spirit, you know what I'm saying, like the one ancient Buddha in Chinese, they call it the yin and the yang, you know what I'm saying, it's the same exact thing, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing different, you know what I'm saying, just like in the scriptures, it say there's nothing new under the sun, you know what I'm saying, so everything is linked, everything's connected together, you know what I'm saying, so that, I didn't mean to go that far into detail about that, but in the future, and I'll be putting together videos like I said I was going to do, which I have. I just haven't posted them yet. So be looking for that in the next year. Then I know I also made mention that I was going to post videos about dieting and all that stuff there, which I have, but I just haven't posted it yet. For various reasons. You know what I'm saying? But be looking for us to that as well. That's coming as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I already know that once again, when I'm not kind of a person who don't like to be engaged into conflict or whatever. I try to avoid it as much as possible. But in this particular case, it's just stuff that needs to be put out here that people need to know. You know what I'm saying? And so it's to the point now. If I offend you, then sorry, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to go research for yourself. You know what I'm saying? To find out what I'm saying is true or not. So now it's to the point that it don't matter to me at all. If I offend you, I offend you. I love you, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, when y'all post stuff on there, y'all think that I'm offended about it, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I actually be laughing at it and stuff because I done heard it before and I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it doesn't matter at all and stuff. I care. You know what I'm saying? All I care about is all my brothers and sisters and stuff, in this community, in this world, you know what I'm saying? And so, I just wish that my whole prayer that I wish that everybody, do what they do, be prosperous and be in good health and all that stuff there, you know what I'm saying? But it is kind of hard doing it, when there's so much stuff going out here that's hindering it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm becoming the person who's trying to break the chains of oppression and stuff and everything. You know, so yeah, that's my whole goal that I'm doing. So other than that and stuff, is gonna be some more, like I say, some other stuff that's gonna happen in the future. Be looking forward and stuff, especially with my rants. I'll be doing videos, actual videos, not just this rant that I'm doing, but actual videos showing and proving and teaching too and stuff. You know, when I get an opportunity to do it, you know what I'm saying. And just like I say with everything, it's up to you to go and study for yourself, show yourself approved, just like I read in the book. So uh, that's pretty much it and stuff. You know, besides that stuff that's going on there, we're gonna talk about that too in the future too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All this other, you know, racist stuff that's going on, and we'll mention that and stuff too. We'll talk about it. So until then, you know, y'all be blessed, be safe. Y'all enjoy yourself, and I pray to see y'all next year. Well, actually this year, whatever. Okay, be blessed. Peace.